Hey, friend, welcome to our workshop. My name is Pam, and this is my business partner, Michelle, and we are the co founders of AI Digital Collective. Our goal at AI Digital Collective is to empower you to leverage AI for all of your online digital solutions.
Yes, I'm super excited to be here today and share how you can leverage AI to simplify your social selling.
Absolutely. And I love simple, believe me. So today we're going to show you how you can simply create 30 days of content in under 2 minutes. We're also going to share how you can use your company's PDF or information that will still allow you to stand out. And finally, we're going to help you identify and show you how you can audit your own social media audience.
Awesome. This is going to be just a fun and casual workshop. So let's just dive right in. Today, I'm going to start off and show y'all. Let me go over here to this. I'm going to show you how to create 30 days of content in under 2 minutes. But before we do that, there's a little bit of work we have to do on the front end. So this is what I want you to do. Imagine that you're going into your favorite coffee shop. It's fall, so we'll just assume everybody's getting a pumpkin latte, right? So you get that coffee and you go and you sit down, and your new friend Ruby comes and sits down with you. Why is her name Ruby? Because today we're going to be demonstrating how we do everything on the Ruby AI platform. So, to come up with 5 core topics that you're going to talk about consistently in your social media, you're going to just have a conversation with Ruby. So, on the screen, you see I have step 1, identify your core content. You can screenshot this. The prompt is at the top. Create a personal brand for me, including 5 core topics to post about on social media. Now introduce yourself. That's where Ruby at the coffee shop comes in. Just pretend like Ruby has said, so tell me about yourself, friend. And then you're just going to introduce yourself to her. The bottom is an example of how I did mine. And I'm going to highlight this and take it over into Ruby and show you just how I do this. And while Ruby is generating this, how many of us have suffered from content paralysis before? I know I have. Sometimes I will stare at a blank screen and sometimes it can shut me down a day, a week, even months. I have been shut down where I just couldn't function.
Absolutely.
So here you see I put in this and Ruby is giving me branding ideas and then 5 core topics based on the introduction that I gave. So the topics that she gave me are AI for midlife entrepreneurs, faith-based personal development, work-life balance for midlife women, midlife mindset mastery, and AI digital collective insights. I think it's hilarious that she really picked up on midlife. Like Ruby knows my age, right? So we're really focusing on that today. So now we have these 5 core topics. Let's go back and I'm going to take you to step 2. Let AI do the heavy lifting. So if you want to screenshot this so you'll have it for later, the top part is the prompt that I'm using to get a 30-day content calendar. Now, what's important to know about Ruby is you don't have to do long prompts to get anything to happen. That's why we always demonstrate on using Ruby AI because it's just very simple to get your 30 days done. I'm asking Ruby to do this in a tabular column prompt. So at the top, you'll see my 5 core topics are, and I put a blank. That's where you're going to fill in your 5 core topics. Creating a 30-day content calendar, and then a cadence. So a cadence simply means how you want your output when you're working in AI. So I want for these 30 days, just 1 post a day. I want it in a tabular format, and you'll see in a minute why I'm asking for that. I want columns, and I want Ruby to go ahead and do my date, my topic, my hook, just a simple content idea, a call to action, and a suggested image. You won't always need all of those, but I like to go on and have it there because sometimes it's nice to just let it kickstart your creativity to do your post for that day. I also have in here, do not include a lead magnet. If you're working with lead magnets, certainly leave that out because she will insert days that you can do your lead magnets and ideas for that. But right now, for this purpose, we're going to leave it out. And then I put begin calendar on blank. So whatever month you're working in, you just put your start date. So here's my example that plugged in my core topics. And let's go back over here to Ruby. You'll see that Ruby is continuing to work in one thing. Ruby is relational, so it will constantly go back to what you've done previously. And you click that little arrow, and here we go. She's going to send us 30 days of output. Look how fast it's coming. We've already got 1 week of output that's
Wow.
here. And so what's really cool about this is once you get this output, I don't really look at the results at this point because Ruby does know me so well because I work in her so much. So I just quickly copy it. And then here's a little trick. If you go into Google Sheets and you just click on that top cell in column A, you can paste it all in here. Now, mind you, all of this information is only actually in column A. So if you highlight from day one and we scroll down to there, so that's my 31 days in October, and you copy it, let me give you a sneak peek of what my workflow looks like when I'm doing social media. This tool right here is called Trello. Trello has been a lifesaver for me. It keeps me on track. It makes planning my content super, super easy. This first list that I have in here is called the bank. It's where I just put things that I use a lot. So I have hooks, I have hashtags and SEO keywords for each of my core topics in here. I put my topics in here so I can refer back to them. I have things for stories. Here's my working post for IG. Now I only do one. You can do more. I just do one for IG. I just take this one, and from this, I can build reels, I can build carousels, I can build Facebook written post. If I want to go into LinkedIn, I can do that. TikTok videos, I just use this one thing to be able to plan out all of them. Then I have one for stories, and I'm working on stories for each one of my formats. Once I've done a post, it just kicks over here to my done column. But here is the magic. I created a list here called Demo Social Selling Simplified, which is the workshop we're doing today. If you click on Add Card and you paste all of those 31 days into one card, when you click Add Card, it's going to ask you if you want to create 31 cards. When you click that, look, it's going to individually create all of your cards for you. So what's cool about Trello is if you're working on your laptop, you have easy access, but you can also put Trello on your phone. So Trello is an on-the-go social media content planner that you can work with. So just to show you real quick, let's look on October 1st. This is how you can work it out. When you open it up, down here, there's your description box. You can build out all of your content in your description box for whatever you're doing. And then you simply just save what it is. So we'll just say content. You click save. Then when you get ready to actually create your post, you just simply go into Trello and you can cut and paste right into it. It's super, super simple. Let me,
I love the fact, Michelle, that not only does AI save you literally hours of time, but then taking it over to Trello, which is another valuable tool, a free resource, that also is a time saver. So in the time that you just did that, I would have spent more time creating just one post. And you have planned
absolutely.
out, yeah, and you have already planned out 30 days of content in a matter of less than 5 minutes.
Well, then let's think about the topics that you're going to talk about before, because I have my hands in a lot of cookie jars. So I'm working with the AI platform. I've got a wellness business that I'm doing affiliate work for, a lot of different affiliates. And then we're building out all of our stuff through AI
Right.
Digital Collective. I didn't know how to do my social media anymore because I was so used to niching down when I was only aligned with one thing. So putting all of that into Ruby, it just instantly clicked of how I needed to do my stuff.
Absolutely. I love it.
And if you're on here and you micro niche it. Like it can give you your micro niche topics too. You don't have to have broad topics like I just showed.
Exactly.
So the next thing that we want to show you is how you can take all of those company PDFs. If you're aligned with a company, I know that you get PDF like crazy for all of your products. Anytime you have a promotion, the cool thing about this is we can show you how to anchor a PDF in here. This is what Pam's going to talk about. So you can create both social media content and evergreen content. So emails, blog posts, things like that, and not have cookie cutter post like everyone else in your company.
Exactly. And I love that AI has this type of feature. At least this platform does. I don't know about all of the platforms, but as Michelle mentioned, I'm going to kind of X this out because I want to show you a little bit more, few more steps to this. Is IntelliChat. So several AI models, several chat models, right? These are all chat models that some you may be, very familiar with, like the chats and the Googles and, the GPTs, right? Maybe even Claude. Well, some of them have additional capabilities called anchoring. You can see here, there's a little icon that it has anchoring available right here. So we can click on this. We have to make sure that we're using that chat model. And we can go over here and I could say, I want to anchor to a URL. So I've just taken a company's URL and I've pasted it in here, but you could also even upload a PDF from a company. Maybe you have a product that you want to feature, and so you can upload the PDF or you can do it by URL. And then you simply just come over into the chat box, which looks very familiar, I'm sure. And I could say, give me the benefits of this for women over 50 and simply hit return. And it is going to take that PDF that we anchored, right? We attached it, and it's going to tell me the benefits of this product for women over 50. Gut health support, weight management, digestive, immune system, hormonal, inflammation, etc. Now, with regard to content creation, you can now take this information, and as Michelle showed you, you can keep building it out here. So I could ask for a post right here that is, write me a post for women over 50 about cortisol or colostrum, right? Or I could come up here and you can see where this says module. The nice thing that I love about this AI platform is it has multiple modules that I can do a ton of things with. It's over 150 pre-built, pre-engineered modules. So what does that mean? That means I don't have to create a lengthy description. I don't have to describe my history. I don't have to ask this platform called Ruby how to act, right? She doesn't have to pretend to be a prompt engineer or a social media manager because she already is. It's already pre-prompted and pre-built in the background, right? So it's done for you. The nice thing is I get to come over here to the collections. And for this, I'm going to show you social media. So I can click on social media and it is going to pull all the social media modules within this AI platform. So I'm going to just take this one called One Shot Social Media Post. And I'm going to come over here and it's going to still be using the anchoring because it keeps building. I don't have to start over. I can just keep layering my work. So I'm going to ask it to a Facebook post for women over 50 that are struggling with hormonal imbalance. And I'm going to ask it to use a hook and a simple CTA for engagement. I'm making this very, very basic, but the nice thing is you can, right? You can keep it very basic. Now you
That's what
have
I love most about Ruby is
the
how simple you can do
ex-
this.
exactly simplicity. My love language, quite honestly. But you can, if you do, you have something very, very specific, you can go up to 1,500 characters. I'm choosing to do 125. So I'm going to hit generate, and it's going to bring it back to the chat, and it's going to drop me a post. Attention, ladies over 50. Are you feeling like your body's gone rogue? I love that. And yes, I do. Yes,
That's
I do.
great.
So the point is, you can use your company's PDF URL. You can then still sound like you. You can still attract your ideal client. You're not sounding corporate, right? You're not sounding, as Michelle mentioned before, cookie cutter. It's not cut and paste, right? You know, you have seen on social media where it's like five of your friends may be in a company and you see the same post on the same day, right? I personally don't like that feeling of being, I personally don't like that feeling of being cookie cutter, right? I don't want to see
Hmm.
five of my friends that are in the same company posting the same exact thing. I want to stand out. I want to be relatable, right? And I want to be authentic to me. So I love that about this AI platform is I can use my company's information, but still stand out amongst the masses. So that's one of the things I love about the anchoring. All right, so now, since I've showed you anchoring, let's dive into another aspect of AI, and that is to be able to help you create a persona. A persona is like your avatar, right? It's identifying your ideal audience or your ideal person, who you want to attract. So this is where AI can get really, really cool. And specifically, Ruby has this personify feature that I have not seen anyplace else. And let me tell you, it is gold. Because if you have been in the social selling space for any length of time, you probably at this point understand how important it is to identify who you're talking to. Why? So that you can create consistent messaging and not be all over the board, right? Because as much as you think, and I understand this, as much as you think that you have something for everyone, everyone is not going to relate to you. And that's why it's important to identify exactly who you want to speak to.
Hmm.
So we can do this
Absolutely.
several, right? We can do this several ways. We can create it from a text, which means you're going to write a description of, who you think your audience is, your ideal person, what are they struggling with? Maybe, what do they desire? You can do it from a URL. Maybe there is, you could take your website. You could run your website through here if you have one and see, it will tell you, are you attracting who you want to attract, right? Another way to do that is from social media. You can do it from your TikTok, X, Facebook, or Instagram. We're going to use an Instagram handle of the cortisol coach, and you can do this with your own Instagram. So, what we're looking for is when you run your own social media profile, is am I putting out the content to reach my target audience, the person that I really want to attract? Am I speaking to them? And how we know that is by creating a persona. So I'm just going to hit create persona. And this is going to take a couple minutes because what it's doing is it's going to be pulling from all of your social media posts on your profile. So because it does take a couple minutes because you have a lot of posts out there, I'm going to just go to this next screen where I've already run it. And before it gets to this point, what you'll see, and I'll pop back over there, it will pull up 4 different descriptions. Okay. And you get to select which one is closest to your target audience. Which one do you want to work with? And then you select that, and it's going to populate and create your avatar, your persona. So for this one, the target audience is a description right here. Looking for driven professional women in their 30s and 40s who are struggling with weight gain, hormonal imbalances, stress, fast-paced life. They are seeking a natural and holistic solution. They are tech savvy and they are looking for someone to provide support and knowledge and the tools that they need to achieve their wellness goals. So with that being said, we all know about the demographics, right? I'm not going to go into a great detail on this because it's probably pretty self-explanatory to you. Age, gender, income, education, occupation, family, etc., where they live, right? Those are the demographics. Where this gets really cool is in the psychographics. So what are their personality traits? So the information that we extracted from this social media profile is saying that their audience is ambitious, driven, organized, stressed. They value health, work-life balance, wellness. They have a busy, stressful lifestyle. What motivates them? They are motivated to improve their health, to lose weight, to manage stress, to regain control. Why is that important? Because that's something you want to speak to, right? You want to speak to improving their weight, managing stress, regaining control, right? Now, their challenges and pain points. If you have gone through a target audience exercise at any time, you probably have heard what are your ideal clients' pain points, right? Weight gain, hormonal imbalance, fatigue, anxiety, lack of motivation. Now, on the other side of that, on the other side of their pain point, are their goals and aspirations, their desires, where they want to be, where they see themselves. And it's up to you to help them visualize what this looks like. What does it look like to lose weight, improve energy, manage stress, balance their hormones? Because that's where they desire to be. That's their goal. And then their buying behavior. What makes them make a decision? This is very emotional to your audience. So it is important to pay attention to. And media consumption. Why is that important? Because this is where they're hanging out, if you will. So if you are doing old school written newspaper ads, you're probably missing the boat with regard to this target audience because they're hanging out on social media, they're reading blogs, they're listening to podcasts, and they are connected by smartphones, fitness trackers, etc. So all of this is very important to know about your target audience. And now we get into even more details, which is the voice profiles. So what does your content need to sound like to reach this target audience? It needs to be warm, authentic, and supportive. Right now, if you know for a fact that there's something here, you're like, well, that's not me. I struggle to speak that way. So maybe it's not authentic to you. You can actually then create another voice in here and add that. And let's look over at the tone. This really speaks to like the personalities, in my opinion. Empathetic, informative, trustworthy, relatable, right? That's how they want to look. That's what they're looking for in someone, in you. Again, you can create a custom if you do not see here what you'd like. But this is how you are currently speaking on your social media because we just extracted this from information that was already out there. Okay. And then you can save it so you can have it for later. And then you can also export it. So you can export it into several different PDF styles. So you have all of this information in one pretty picture. And what I love about this, and I'm going to show this to you. What I love about this is, again, it's in one screenshot, but now you can say, okay, October 10th, this is what my messaging looked like. Maybe it's not on target to who you thought you were talking to, right? So maybe you need to switch your messaging up. So now you can do that by creating a new persona, a new avatar, and then you can run this again, let's just say in 90 days, and see if your messaging has gotten clear.
And Pam, how cool would this be if you're in social selling as a team builder? So you're leading other people underneath you with this company. When you bring in new people or even your existing people that really want to work with attraction marketing, to sit down with them and run their social medias so they can see where they are. And as a leader, you can then help them adjust their social media to find that target audience for the business that they're running.
Absolutely. I love that idea. In that, you're meeting them where they're at right then and then you know which way to go because a lot of teams, while they may have processes, it's the same process for every single person, which may not be appropriate, right? So this can be more individualized and very quickly. And it's
Yeah.
not something that you have to handhold, right? This is something someone can do on their own, but it's also very easy to duplicate when you are growing a team. So I love that suggestion, Michelle. Okay, so I'm going to close this screen. I'm going to hit cancel. I've already saved this. So what I want to do now is I'm going to go to another screen here within Ruby. I'm going to close this down. And I'm going to show you how you can now use this persona, which I have it selected right here, how we can then create some social media posts based on this persona. So I'm just going to pick supportive and relatable. Now, what I've done is I've taken Michelle's prompt that she showed you with the 30 days of content. This was the main prompt. It does not go into detail about describing myself or herself, this persona. The reason we have a persona, right? So that is showing you that there's two different ways you can do this very, very easily. So I'm just going to just do the 5 core topics. So I have create a personal brand for me, including 5 core topics to post about on social media. And what it's going to do, it's going to make those 5 core topics relatable to this target audience. So let's hit send. And so now we have, oh, it's even giving me more suggestions on this one. I love that.
Very
Right.
cool.
So here are our topics: hormone health, stress-free success, nourishing body and soul, joyful movement, tech-savvy wellness. And then it goes into giving us some social media posts because I did ask for that, right? I asked for a post. I used the word post, so it took me literal and gave me some post ideas, right? So now I could take these topics and I could say, now take number 1 and create 3 niche topics. Michelle mentioned that before, right? If you want to micro niche down, I just took that core topic and I'm going to ask this platform, Ruby, to create 3 niche topics under number 1. And that's as simple as it gets.
Wow.
Now, if you want to go even further, I could say now I could go into this and say, give me 5 ideas for cortisol control, and it's going to give me 5 more ideas. So you can just keep building and building and building on this until your heart's desire is met. I love it. Okay,
Yes,
folks.
I actually have a project set up called social media content, and I just continually run everything. I go back over and pull up my history, and I go straight to that one, and I just keep building and building and building on it because, as we said before, with Ruby being relational, it just keeps building and making it better each time. And
Yeah,
it's just
so
super simple. Back to that
exact
word simple.
Exactly, exactly. I love simple. And you can simply find your previous histories. It's got a whole file box. You don't have to worry about saving and or any of that stuff. So I love AI. It has made my life so much simpler. And I hope that this has made your life simpler and you will take this and run with it. So, all right, we have covered a lot today. I know that it may be a little bit overwhelming. I hope we simplified social media creation for you. What do you think, Michelle?
Absolutely. I just hope that you will learn to leverage AI and use it because it is going to be a game changer for your business.
Absolutely. AI is here to stay. It's here to make your life easier. And that's our goal is to help you simplify your content creation so that you can be more effective to save you time because we all want to do things other than sit in front of a screen making content, right? We want to do some
Mhm.
of the things that we love. So we hope that we've given you some tools and some processes that will do that for you.
Exactly. And if you want some help getting started with AI, um, email us. Our email is hello@aidigitalcollective.com, and we would love to connect with you and get to know you and help you get started on your AI journey.
Absolutely, because we have a lot of things to come. We have courses that are going to be coming out, digital products. So absolutely send your email in, stay connected. So with that, cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Keep being amazing. And again, stay tuned for more amazing things to come with us at AI Digital Collective.